Hey there, my fellow agents. I'm sure you're thinking that I'm thinking. This market is bananas. Now, if any of you guys are working with buyers, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anybody working with listings? My hat's off to you. You're doing an incredible job, and I can completely understand how you might be a little less stressed. And here's the thing, as your listing gets sold, what's coming up in the pipeline? In this video, we're going to talk about how you can make sure that you are consistently getting deals by using something you already have, your database. Let's get to it. So here's the thing, guys. Right now in the market that we're in, I don't care where you are in the country. You could even be in Canada. The market is bananas. And one of the biggest things that we're running into as real estate agents is what? Limited inventory. Now, what does that mean? Well, to anybody that is newer to this channel or newer to real estate, inventory is the number of homes that are available to us to help sell, right? To help us sell to buyers. The problem is the number of homes that are available is not matching the number of buyers. Now, let's flash back to 07, 08. After the market crashed late 08, what happened? That was completely inverted. There's a few reasons for that. Well, one, all of the mortgages fell through, right? I don't need to give you guys a history lesson. There's a ton of mortgages that fell through, things went into foreclosure, and buyers weren't buying. Why? Because they were losing their jobs, we were going into a recession, a lot of things were happening. So let's flash forward. It is now 2022. When this is being recorded, it is in April of 2022. And we have a tremendous deficit of properties. Now there's a few things that are urging this to continue. One, it was low interest rates. Now, what's being corrected with that? Interest rates are going up. Now, I'm not going to give you too long of a lesson of what's going on because we are going to dive into how to fix it. But when we're looking at this kind of market, a lot of people will start to panic. Well, now interest rates are going up, but there's still not enough homes. We're offering over asking price. We're giving our firstborn child sometimes in order to get the house under contract. What the hell, right? That's how I feel. I had a $1.2 million buyer, which in our market, average of 350, that was a pretty good buyer. They missed out on 4 homes. And they finally said, you know what, we're gonna wait till things cool down. I very quickly explained to them that's not happening anytime soon, but you know, they wanted to back out. So here's where we're at. How are you getting more deals happening in a crazy market? We're gonna talk about building your database. That's right, your database is something that you already have, although many of us don't use it. Why? Because they don't have their hands up yet, right? We want the Zillow leads. We want the person that called us out of the blue. We want the agent referral. We want the expired and FSBO that are ready to go. And that is so true. The challenge right now in this market, though, is we need to be 6, 7, 8 steps ahead. That's right. By the time someone has already raised their hand and said, I'm ready to go, they either are already working with a real estate agent, they're already got their pre-approval, they're already down the chain of making offers, or on the flip side, listings, right? Lead with listings. Write that down. Lead with listings. If someone's already ready to list, chances are they've already started talking to somebody. Chances are they've already started interviewing multiple agents. So how does that help you? If you're properly working your database, you can have all of the deals you want. Now I'm going to give you some very simple numbers here. Okay, ready? Write it down. Okay. If you add just 10 people to your database every single week for 52 weeks of the year. That's right, not every week is going to be perfect, okay? Goal of 10. You are going to have 520 people in your database. Now, you might not be thinking that's a big deal, but if you take people through the correct process as you add them, they are going to stick, right? Your face, your name, your contact, what you do is going to stick. And as you reach out to them throughout the year, they will start turning into business. Now, here's the thing. I know you're sitting there going, Kayla, I'd rather cold call people, you know, and just try and get a deal right now. And that's really cool. I'm going to name drop here Ricky Carruth. What did he do? He cold called, but the goal wasn't to get the people that were ready right now. No, he was building a database, right? He was building a database, and that's how he was selling 100 homes a year plus. So what does 520 people in your database, quality people, have to do with you doing business? Write this down. 1 in 12 people in your database that you have properly touched, 1 in 12 will do a real estate deal in the next 12 months. 1 in 12. So let's do that math. If you have added 520 people to your database and you've appropriately touched them, What does that mean? Well, that means that you are going to have, on average, if you're doing this correctly, 43 deals within the next 12 months. Now, I know that sounds like really simple math, but this has been tried and true. If you've ever read Millionaire Real Estate Agent, Gary Keller, great guy, very smart, that book outlines that. Now, this really hasn't changed. Here's the key pieces that have changed that are going to put you ahead of everybody else, because they're not going to figure this out until it's too far down the line and they haven't built the relationships yet. When they're staring down the barrel of no pipeline and nowhere to go. Even if you're there right now, take action on this immediately and start changing your business. Okay, so write this down. These are the things that you're going to want to do to take people through these actions. Now, when you meet somebody, I don't care who they are. They could be the person at Lowe's, they could be somebody at the grocery store, they could be your doctor, your dentist. I don't care who they are. Make sure you get their contact information. Now, a lot of times if I'm out networking, I'll get somebody's business card and I'll always write on the back of it how I met them, something that they told me that was personal. So for example, if I'm out and about and I bump into somebody at the grocery store, I'll let them know, hey, I'm actually a real estate agent. Who do you know that might be looking to buy or sell a home? Oh, okay, nobody, that's perfectly fine. Well, I actually do some local events. I'd love to invite you. What's a really good phone number and email for you? Okay, that's great. And what's your address so we could send you an invitation? Now, will you always get an address? No, I understand that. But if you are in a more businessy center where, let's say you're going to a networking event, you can absolutely get that address. Now, where's the key piece here, right? Where's that key piece that's going to now differentiate? Well, here's what most people are going to do. Most people are going to take that contact information, they're going to put it into their database, and it's going to live there forever, and they're never going to do anything with it. They're never going to call, they're never going to text, they're never going to send the invitation they said they were going to send. They may spam them once a week with a market update that they didn't ask for. Stop sending people market updates when you have not asked permission to date them. Let's put that in perspective. Imagine meeting a guy or a gal or whomever at the store. You have a 30-second conversation, and then they say, you get an email that says, hey, would you like to get engaged? No, I don't actually. I don't want anything to do with you because I don't know you. This is where people mess up. Or they never message them at all and they are staring at this beautiful database of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people, but no deals are coming out of it. They don't even know the people that are in there. That is a trash database. Here's the right way to do it. Write down each of these steps. They are super simple to do, and it is going to give you permission to follow up with these people till the day you get out of real estate or sell your real estate business to someone else and let them take it over. Here are the key pieces. 1, shortly after meeting them, by the way, that's the first touch. Shortly after meeting them, you are going to go ahead and put their contact information in your database. Yes, now both people are the same, the ones that succeed at this and the ones that don't. This is going to be an 8 touch. 8 touches in 2 to 3 weeks. So get ready, buckle up. First interaction, that's your first touch. Second interaction, usually I'll do this the next day. I'll, write down all the numbers. Sometimes I'll send myself an email or I'll take a note on my phone with all the contact information that I need, and I'll do it later. I'll come to the office in the morning, make sure that they go into my database, and the next thing that I do is I send them a quick text. Hey, it was so great meeting you yesterday. This is Kaila Lindsey with the True Lane Group at eXp Realty. I, had such a great conversation with you. I look forward to staying in touch. That was pretty simple, right? So that was touch number 2. Number 3, at the same time, you are going to write them an email. Now you might be thinking, whoa, slow it down, slugger. Here's the cool thing about email. You can schedule when that's going to be sent. Okay, so we're not sending it immediately. We're going to schedule this email to be sent the following day. What are we going to send in the email? Well, if we had done anything such as, listening to what the person was saying, we will have written down some notes, whether it's in our phone, on the back of a business card. Go online to the beautiful thing called Google and look up some article somewhere about that topic. You're going to grab that article, you're going to grab the URL, whatever you want to do, and just send them a quick email. Hey, I actually just saw this. It's so funny that we were talking about this yesterday. This popped up in my search today or in my Facebook feed today. Check it out. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put that link. Hey, again, great to see you. Now, is that threatening? No. 1, you haven't asked for anything. 2, you're bringing value. And 3, you are proving that you are listening. See, here's the thing. A lot of salespeople, they do more of this than this. You were given 1 mouth and 2 ears for a reason. The big problem is a lot of salespeople just want to tell. They never want to listen. Be a listener. So that's your third touch, okay? So that's gonna be sent out. So now we've gotten your first interaction, you've got the text 24 hours later, within 24 hours, you've got the email about 48 hours. Now what else are you gonna do that same day, right? So we've done the text and email on the same day. You're also gonna write a handwritten note. How cool is that? Now, if you don't have the ability to write a handwritten note, I completely understand. You can always add an extra email at the tail end of this. You can figure it out. You guys are big guys and gals, you'll be fine. So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna write a handwritten note and mail it. The mail is snail mail for a reason, right? It's gonna take at least 72 or more hours to get there. So now you are 4 touches in and it's only been a day. You already completed them, right? Everything's done, it's off your plate. You've updated that in your database. Now, what's the next thing you're going to do? Now, this is something that a lot of people will count as a touch. You can as well. Connect with them on social media. Now, you can put this in either order. You could either do this the next day, or you can wait and do it in the next stage. So let's go over to stage 2, because this is where I like to put it, okay? Stage 2, you have had 4 touches. Now you're gonna go on and get your 5th touch. How do you do that? Well, 1 week later, you're gonna give them a quick phone call. Hey, it was so great meeting you last week. I'd love to get to know you a little bit better. I think we really hit it off. Or, hey, I know you spoke a little bit about what your business was. I'd love to get together and network more with you. If it's somebody in business, they understand how this works, so they're more likely to say yes. I really would love to network with you, learn more about your business and how I can help you grow your business. This is always coming from here. It's not gimme, gimme, gimme. You have to prove and bring value to other people before you start asking for things. And here's the cool thing. The more you give, the more you actually receive. It's really neat. So you're gonna schedule that coffee. So that call was number 5 of the touches. Now you're gonna go get coffee. What is that? Number 6. Number 7, as you leave from coffee, send them another text. Hey, again, it was so great to get to meet you. I'll definitely keep my eye out for people that wanna paint their house. Very random, right? What's number 8? Number 8 is you sending them an additional email. Now, this additional email, again, you want to prove that you were listening. What was it that you talked about? Be like, hey, we were just talking about this the other day when we were meeting, and you could do this that same day and schedule it for like 3 days later, right? So you could spread it out just a tad. Hey, I know we were talking about this just the other day when we met. I actually went and did a little more research on it. Really cool. Check this out. Is that threatening? Did you ask for anything? No. Now this is the stage that I like to do. This could also be number 8, right? If you weren't able to send a letter, or it could be number 9 if you got to do all the steps. Connect with them on social media. This step is skipped so often. And the reason being, people sometimes want to separate business from personal. Rise and shine, you guys. You are in real estate. You do not have personal. Now, personal can remain personal, but anything you do on social media must be public. Why? Because you need to start operating your social media as a business. So you're gonna connect on Facebook, on Instagram, and on LinkedIn. These are the top 3 that you wanna get connected with people. LinkedIn's gonna be super, super simple. Instagram, super simple. Facebook, sometimes I feel like I have to search people a little while to find them, but you will find these people. Now here's the cool thing. Your personal brand is gonna help you sell. So by connecting with them there, they're gonna learn more about you, even if they didn't ask. Which means that the rapport building is happening for you as they're watching your social media. Now, a lot of people don't post on social, so don't expect them to be posting, but want them to see what you're doing, what you're about. Do they connect with you on different levels? That is extremely important for someone to understand. Now, here's one of the coolest parts about this. Not only now are they seeing who you are, because personal brand is some of the biggest reasons why people actually purchase from you or with you. That's right. People want to purchase with people they know, like, and trust. How are you going to build that rapport on a consistent basis? You've given your 8 touches, right? Your 8 touches have happened. So now when they see your name pop up, they listen. They're willing and open to listen to what you have to say. They're willing and open to view your social. And here's the cool part. Now, all those spammy emails that it would have been spammy prior to you going through this process, right? They've been like, who is this chick? Who is this dude? What is this? Why am I getting these emails? I only went to a networking event once. They've never even talked to me since then. That's what people that are failing at this are doing. If you go through this process, you will succeed in it because now they know who you are. So when you send that weekly email, not only are they gonna open the email, they're gonna click on it to be drawn to your Facebook, right? To your business page and watch your videos. That's gonna be a completely another video, so stay tuned for that. If you guys want more info on that and how I work that system, go ahead and drop below. So here's the thing. I'm gonna give you one more bonus tip. I think you probably want a bonus tip. How do you organize this? Because for any of you that are out there that are now starting to calculate, that's also 520 coffees. You don't have to drink coffee, you can drink water, you can have a scone, it's okay. But yes, it's 520 meetings. So when you're still trying to work in listing appointments and buyer appointments, how is that gonna work? Here's what I recommend. Pick 2 days out of the week, right? 2, maybe 3. 3 days is probably nice. Pick one location. And when you're setting up these appointments, let's say it's Wednesday, you're gonna go to Perks Coffee. And at Perks Coffee, you're gonna have a 1 o'clock appointment, and it's gonna be from 1 to 2. That's gonna be the option. You're gonna have another one from 2:30 to 3:30. And you're gonna have another one from 4 to 5. Those are the options for you to meet up with these people. So when you're talking to them, say, hey, it looks like I have an opening. Let's meet at Perks at 4 o'clock. Now, the cool thing is, if you notice, I gave a 30-minute gap in between there so you can kind of recoup, answer some emails, call some people back so you're not super stacking it. But here's the best thing. You don't want to be the star realtor. What does that mean? Zip, 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 right? You're making a little star across your region to meet with people. Don't do that. Stay in one place. Allow them to come meet you in one place, all right? What did you get out of this? Write down your number one takeaway. And here's the big thing, guys, take action. Even if it's not 10 contacts or 10 new people a week, make it 5. Make a goal that each day you add one new person into your database that you are properly touching. If you can do that, you will have a business that will outlast any market, no matter what. Because here's the thing, unless you're planning on only being in business for a year, if you do 10 contacts every single week for several years, guess what? You too could be selling 200 homes a year or more in just 4 to 5 years. So I hope you guys got a lot out of this. Make sure to write down your number one takeaways and go ahead and like and subscribe. We're gonna make sure we're keeping more content on here. Also check me out at www.kailalindsey.com. We've got some really cool courses and coaching that have just launched, and we'd love for you guys to get involved. Go ahead and schedule a 15-minute coaching call with me if you're curious if it's a fit for you. Thanks everybody so much. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.